fatal thing. And still, this election, we hope that we'll have an answer. And India Alliance strongly believes that the special category status, the promise by the Prime Minister in the Parliament in 2014, must be respected. And we feel India Alliance is the only alliance which can still ask on the name of special category status. Congress Party's manifesto has promised it. CPM and the CPI has also promised the same thing, that special category status for Andhra Pradesh will be given by the Union government for 10 years. That's a promise Congress Party is making it, and India Alliance stands for it. Because that's a very important thing in our view, because special category status means the tax concessions, all other concessions from the central government, which will bring more industries into Andhra Pradesh, more progress into Andhra Pradesh, which will help in developing Andhra Pradesh the way the hilly states which have the privilege to develop quickly for 10 years will also be provided for Andhra Pradesh. And other programs and others, we all know that Congress Party has come out with the Nyaya Patra, which we promise that the selection will help provide reservations in the highest level, and the Congress Party has promised that we will have the caste census and an economic census, which means that India's wealth has got is concentrated on 1% of the population. India's 1% of the population owns 70% of the wealth of India. Therefore, the big corporates, particularly the big corporates of India, are controlling India's wealth itself, and that needs some kind of taxation changes in it, which middle class for income tax, which for middle class there is a huge tax on income tax, and it's a time that we revisit this income tax and reduce the income tax on the middle class and raise the corporate tax, which will get the corporates to pay more and the individual taxpayers to pay less. We want to have a revisit of that whole methodology of the taxation. Congress Party promises that we will have the NDA government led by Mr. Modi has reduced the corporate tax on the big corporates and increased the middle class income tax slabs. And GST stands for all of us. Every one of us pays GST, from Adani and Ambani to a common auto driver. Every one of us pays GST. We are all equally pays the same GST. For this model of GST also needs to be revisited, because every country, all countries which has gone to this GST has never had 5 slabs of GST. It has had only 2 slabs, one is GST and no GST. Therefore, now the government of India Alliance will have a re-look at the GST format, and we promise that the GST format will be. These are all the main thing I wanted to highlight to the learned friends like the advocates from Bezawada Bar Association. We all know that you are having in your good timing in the lunch break. You are all assembled here, and I like to thank each one of you. You all know much more than me, and you all know that this election is about saving the Constitution of India, and because RSS has always believed in. If I tell a simple data, it will be very simple. In 1949, when the Constituent Assembly adopted November 5th, on November 5th, 1949, the Constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly, which we celebrate as Constitution Day. And that same thing was announced in 26th of January next year and adopted as the we celebrate as Republic Day. The Constitution, when that day was announced, when 25th of November 1947, and next 5 years, after 5 days of that Constitution was adopted, only one organization opposed it. That was RSS. Organizer RSS, Panchadanya, had an article. They told that the organization, the Constitution of India cannot be accepted. This is against Manusmriti. It is against Hindus, therefore we can't accept it. This is the article of RSS chief has announced that they will never accept the Indian constitution. The mindset of RSS has always been against India's constitution, particularly against, they have always been against reservation. They have been always against the Manuwad politics. Therefore, this time India is in a crossroad. They are asking for 400 400 par because they want to amend constitution's main issues which disturbs them. We as India Alliance stands for a constitution which is more liberal, more progressive, more inclusive. We all believe that the founding fathers who had fought for India's independence, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, all others stood for an India which is inclusive, which is very progressive for each one of us. For we want that the advocate friends and the lawyers community in Bezawada should support the India Alliance candidates who stands with you, and they will be your voices. And we all want that the real voices should be heard in Parliament and Assembly. And in Andhra Pradesh, we all know that money politics plays a very big role in the voting day. And we all hope that this election, each one of them can promise you that they won't give money to the voters, because the politics of money is a dangerous disease which will destroy the economic, the real democratic right of the people itself, which will demolish the economic right as well as the social rights. Therefore, I believe that this election should elect honest, hard-working people as representatives of you from Bezawada to the Parliament, to the Assembly, and I sincerely request your support for all of our India Alliance candidates. With these things, I would like to thank the Bar Association for giving us the platform to talk to you and try